Hello and welcome to Wasteland 2. I'm Finn and I'm glad you could join me in this new series, Wasteland 2. A crowd-funded game just released today. I've been looking forward to it for quite some time. Now, I haven't actually played the original Wasteland, but I did watch a playthrough of it. Now, if you want to know what Wasteland 2 is, think of it as similar to the first two Fallout games. I consider this the spiritual successor to the early Fallout games. Which is kind of interesting, because if you look at the original Wasteland, it came out in 1988, the year I was born, and it inspired the first Fallout that came out in 1997. So 26 years later, it gets a sequel. We're going to find out how good it is. I'm extremely excited. If you want to know how this is, it's a turn-based squad classic RPG, yes, and I'm going to have to spend a while making all these characters, so I'll be right back. Okay, that took about 30 or 40 minutes. Anyway, thankfully you didn't see all that. Here is our squad. Now, James Faulkner, Dorothy Ullman Cass, or Doc, Melvin Mellow Jackson, and Brad Blunderbuss. Now, James Faulkner is kind of the main character. I wouldn't call him the leader, though. He keeps to himself. I'm trying to make him a bit of a, not quite a jack of all trades, as his charisma is rather poor, but someone who's intelligent but kind of lucky, but who can do a lot of stuff. Made him an outdoorsman, has lots of good survival skills, perception, lockpicking, safe cracking, some just useful things. Good with assault rifles and bladed weapons. I think he'll be okay, but not a specialist in any regard. Speaking of specialists, we have Dorothy Ullman Cass, Doc. Yes, now I'm unsure if these stats are right, but I don't think she needs to be particularly strong, but a good field medic, good surgeon. Energy weapons. I want to have a character who uses energy weapons. I'm sure we'll come across some. And the idea behind her is that when she fires, it's a must-need situation. You're not going to be constantly firing with your medic. So, energy weapon seems alright, since the ammo, I believe, is not very common. Oh, I didn't even get to the bio. Dorothy Ullman Cass usually responds to her initials DOC, or Doc. Nobody knows much about Doc, but she seems to know her stuff when it comes to medicine. Except for that whole do no harm crap. Doc also seems to have an affinity for hair dye. Hopefully she doesn't confuse the two. I'm getting a message on Steam, shut up. James Faulkner mostly seems to keep to himself. He has a great knowledge of the wastes and plenty of stories to tell, if you can get them out of him, that is. He seems to be a writer of some sort, bringing along what appears to be a journal. Nobody knows for sure what he writes, but everyone hears him saying the word rules under his breath from time to time. And Melvin Mellow Jackson, our leader, essentially. He's just a blowhard who's like, I'll lead you, so he has some leadership, some kiss ass, some barter. He's going to be our negotiator. You know, he can defend himself a bit, but he's not a huge fighter. So hopefully that works out well. He's a Buddhist, apparently. Melvin Jackson, or Mellow, is a smooth-talking wastelander with the natural ability to lead. He seems to be under the delusion of being a future wasteland legend. Most people tend to ignore his grandiosity or humor him. Whether it's negotiating prices or giving inspirational speeches, he's your man. And finally, last but not least, Brad Blunderbuss. Yes, this is our main strength guy, heavy weapons, blunt weapons, just gonna go in there and blunder around. So he's gonna be our tank, so to speak, because he'll have the most health, maximum constitution from strength. I'll get into all this in a moment, by the way. Brad Buss is a large man who likes large guns, a very simplistic sort, who has a reputation of blundering into very dangerous situations, with only one eye, as you can see here. Some doubt his effectiveness of his combat ability. He has responded to this criticism by promising to rip out one eye from every single enemy the Rangers encounter to even the playing field. So that's our squad. I think they're a rather colorful group. Now let's go back to the stats, the character creation screen. Very important part of a classic RPG, I think. Kind of Fallout-ish in a way. Coordination, luck, awareness, strength, speed, intelligence, charisma. Classic. And then we have all the little derived stats here. Your constitution, your HP, your combat speed. Lower speed. Skill points per level. He's not very intelligent, Melvin. He's just a bit of a blowhard. So he doesn't get to distribute as many skills. Average carry weight. And he gains 8 constitution per level with a 1% critical hit chance. Pretty neat, pretty neat. And as you can see, you can specialize in all these things. This is really what brought me into the game. I bought the beta just to look at it, see what it offered, and I was very enticed by all these things. hard-ass, brute force, weaponsmithing, which I don't have anyone doing, or demolitions, or computer science, or alarming disabling, and toaster repair. There's a lot of toasters out there, and you never know what's inside. Very excited to see how this works. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm exhausted right now, but let me tell you, I am so excited. Now, just looking at another character here, like this one gets 3 skill points per level instead of 2. 9 constitution per level instead of 8. So as you can see, very neat. You know what? I think we're ready to play. Alright, I'm going to double check everything. I'll be right back. Okay, everything seems to be in order. Let's play. Let's see here. Now, what will our difficulty be? Well, I'm not going with Supreme Jerked. I'm tempted to go with Seasoned. I believe Seasoned is normal. We can essentially just change it anytime we want, I believe. Let's just start with Seasoned, just because I don't want this to be too hard of a playthrough. Let's play. Pretty badass set of Rangers here. Hopefully it's stable. This has been beta tested for months. If it's not stable, I'm going to be a bit upset. Alright. Brian Fargo presents. Oh, Brian Fargo. Producer of the first Fallout game, if I remember correctly. Let's see. I don't know any of these people. No offense, guys. Chris Avallone. Oh, yes. And Mark Morgan. Back again. Chris Avallone, an amazing writer. Wrote a lot for Fallout 2. Mark Morgan did Fallout 1, Fallout 2, music for that. As well as Planescape Torment, I believe? Is it? I'll check later. Anyway, very talented team here. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. General Vargas.
What comes after the end? I don't know. Neither did they. They were just an army engineer battalion, constructing roads and bridges deep in the middle of the Arizona nowhere. They didn't know why Armageddon had come. They'd heard radio chatter about an attack on some space-based missile platform. But who had attacked it, or why? No one knew. What they did know is that the politicians and the generals had finally ended the world. Now, everything was gone.
War never
They
changes.
took over a federal prison for a fort, kicked out the convicts, got busy starting from scratch. Maybe it was an act of mercy. Maybe they figured that the prisoners would die out in the harsh new world. Whichever, it came back to bite the engineers in the ass. Cultists, criminals, cannibals. They've
That was a
been
bit
living
weird.
with the fallout ever since.
Now that looks like a respectable
Good people
gentleman.
had survived too. Called for help in the night. And those engineers, those common soldiers, could not stand by and see them die. So they came out of their fort, and they helped the survivors defend their homes. And for that, they earned a new name. A proud name. The Desert Rangers. Now, Rangers, I know at times it seems our cause is hopeless. And I know it's hard to say goodbye to a brother in arms. But I want you to know something else. That no Ranger who dies in the line of duty will ever be forgotten. Nor will he have ever died in vain.
Maybe you should have buried, or
Unavenged.
never mind. Just dig first, in my opinion, you know? Yeah, whatever. Live action cutscenes in a video game. I can't remember the last time that I saw that.
Recruits.
Alright. That's great. Recruits right over the dead man's grave. That's wonderful. Okay. A stiff, bearded older man wearing a hard-worn ranger uniform and a battered old cowboy hat. General Vargas walks with a cane, but he's not helpless. He wears a handled revolver on his hip. And there are a lot of notches on the barrel. Alright.
I appreciate you coming to Captain Ace's retirement party when you hardly knew the man. Appropriate, too, seeing as how investigating his death will be your first duty as a desert ranger.
Okay, so, let's see. What do we say? We could talk with Mellow Jackson here. Did we get anything? We could do kiss ass, we could do hard ass. We'll let James Faulkner talk here. Happy to be given the opportunity, sir, but are you sure we're ready?
Yeah, I know. You've hardly found your feet with us, and here I am sending you on a mission that already got one ranger killed. Well, I wish I had another option, but the Desert Rangers are spread a little thin right now. Ranger teams Abel and Charlie are out west trying to stop a range war out there from becoming straight-up genocide. And Team Baker is up north looking for a way through the radiation that's cut us off from Vegas. I'm afraid the next generation is going to have to lead the charge on this one.
Well, that's fun. Alright, so what's the mission, sir?
The mission is this. Search the area where Ace's body was found, and do your best to recover his logbook and the repeater units. Then call in your report. If you find the repeaters, I may send you on to finish his mission.
Oh boy. Let's see here. As you can see, we have this
Ace's death must be avenged, and
all
it
these
will be.
dialogue
But
options.
finding the signal he died trying to track down is just as important. Besides, I got the sneaking suspicion that when you find the one, you'll find the other.
Alright, so repeater units, call in, sir. The signal's that. You think the logbook was stolen, sir?
Don't know, but it wasn't on Ace's person when he was found. Look for it. It might have some clues as to his death.
Repeater units, sir.
When you get back to the Citadel, talk to our radio expert, Wade Woodson, if you want to know more about the technical details. All I know is the repeaters will upgrade the towers and allow us to zero in on the mystery signal.
Wade Woodson. Lots of alliteration there. So, the signal's a threat,
The
sir?
voice on those broadcasts disturbed me greatly. It talked crazy talk about a future where man and machine would be one. Worse, it talked about us, the Desert Rangers, specifically. It said it was coming for us.
Oh, good. I love, what are they called? Transhumanists, I believe? That's pretty scary. Where are the radio towers?
I'll give you the locations of the towers once you have the repeaters in hand.
Yeah.
More important to find them first.
Call in, sir.
Yes, call in on your radio. Your radio is your lifeline to Ranger Citadel. We'll be calling you with alerts and updates on your current missions, and sending you new missions when we receive distress calls. As Rangers, it is your sworn duty to respond to those calls. That is the contract we made with the people of Arizona when we opened for business.
Alright, when can we enter the Citadel,
Once you prove
sir?
yourself, the Citadel will be your new home. Consider this mission the final test of your training. If you succeed, you are welcome within our walls. If you fail, then you aren't cut out to be a Desert Ranger, and we won't let you in.
Okay, so we have some extra dialogue options here, as you can see. Now, James Faulkner is not a charismatic guy, so smart ass, hard ass, and kiss ass sounds like a weird punk band, you know? The ass dudes, the assassins, whatever. Anyway, let's see here, Melvin, you got kiss ass. Let's see here. Please, sir. Let me do my other voice. Please, sir. Y'all sit down. Okay, seriously, you can't do voices. Then you've already decided we're not worthy. Why not just let us in?
Kissing ass already, huh? Well, some folks in the Waste can be persuaded that way, but not everyone. I've been buttered up by the best of them, so I'm wise to those tricks. You get through our doors with deeds, not words, recruits. Good try, though.
Okay, so General Vargas is not fooled. How did he die, by the
Ace
way?
had been trying to locate a faint radio signal, which has lately been giving us cause for concern. We gave him 3 repeater units.
I already know about it. Where's the
It's
area?
about a day's walk east from here.
East.
I'll mark it on your map.
Alright. Let's see here. Ranger Citadel Radio Tower. Alright. Looks good.
There you go.
There you go. I guess this is goodbye, huh? Anybody have anything to say? Blunderbuss? Nope. Alright. Goodbye.
Good luck out there, recruits.
Well, okay, here we go. Yeah, look at this, look at this. It's pretty neat. Gives all the dialogue here, and I think it also... Well, you'll see as we move around. Now, how do we switch characters? Tab? Yeah, tab, okay. And then we can highlight our whole squad and tell them to move. And there we go, okay. Pick up the shovel. Yeah, sure. Using items. Assign commonly used item to your hotbar by right-clicking and selecting the item from the pop-up menu. Yeah, well, that didn't quite happen, did it? I just put it in the inventory. That's fine. Just keep going. Keywords. Okay. Yeah, you can also manually enter them. This reminds me of the first Fallout game. I don't know if you guys remember the first Fallout game. In that, you can enter a keyword into a little box, and sometimes the character will say something about that. Pretty neat. Yeah. Pay close attention for the hidden keywords and the logbook here. Yeah, that's our quest log. Okay. And conversation skills, we saw that. Yeah. Alright, I guess we're ready to go. Alright, recruits. Let's do it. Camera rotation. How you doing? Okay, cool. And then we also can do Q&E. That sounds fine. Zoom. Yeah, well, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, this is the tutorial. Maybe I should have skipped it. Oh, look, we have a vendor. Oh, Mr. Vendor. A kindly older woman in standard issue ranger garb. She seems occupied at counting goods and organizing crates. Aside from the clothes, she's the picture of a loving grandmother. You could swear she smells faintly of fresh baked cookies. Corporal Slovig Sephors. Well, hello, recruits. Welcome to Slovig Sundries. Happy to trade whether you like. An honor to make your acquaintance. Always nice to see new faces around here, and a pleasure to make sure they have everything they need before they head out into the big bad world. Okay, so you can outfit us, or we could trade. A trade? Okay, so we have a new shovel, bullets, and pain relievers. Oh, look at that. Leather jacket, goat hide armor. Oh, the goat hide. You can't even shoot the goats. You have to strangle them to death because the bullets just can't pass through the goats. Nail board, sawed-off shotgun, kind of standard stuff. We got a FAMAS here. M14. Oh, good, a Kita figurine. We get +1 Animal Whisperer, which is a neat little skill that I haven't given to anybody, but you can essentially get an animal to follow you and help you in combat. I should have done it for fun, but you know. Let's see, removes all disease effects for antibiotics. Oh, that's useful. Energy cells, also useful. Anyway, let's get out of this screen. How you do it? There we go. Don't want to be too hasty. Yeah. So can you outfit us? Well, with essentials as tough as fun as they are, I just can't give them away for free. Believe me, I wish I could. But we keep our prices as close to cost as we can for our rangers. You can stop by for the basics whenever you're in the area. And once you get clearance to enter the Citadel, you'll get access to some of the more valuable goodies. You'll have to talk to Sergeant Melson about that. Okay, so let's try trying to type this in here. Oh, there we go. Sergeant Melson. So yeah, what's he like? Oh, he's a great friend, a great quartermaster. We'd all be eating sand and wiping with cactus flowers without him. That sounds rather unpleasant. Citadel. Let's try Citadel, shall we? Well, what about that Citadel? I do love this place nowadays. It used to be full of some kooky birds back when I was younger. Fellas seemed to worship pre-war junk even if they didn't know what it was. And they wouldn't share none of it. Kind of reminds you of the Brotherhood of Steel, huh? Well, I wouldn't get too judgmental. I'm sure they thought what they were doing was right. So what's your story? Oh, it's not too interesting. Grew up in a village near here. I was already a grandmother twice over when the Rangers moved into the Citadel. I saw how good the Rangers were doing, and I wasn't up to much, and my children moved on to other villages to start their own families. It was just a little unconventional for an old lady to go through basic training, but I pulled my weight and earned my star. Huh. May not be useful in forward operations, but I've got lots of experience keeping people well-fed, well-clothed. And I can run a drill press with the best of them. So General Vargas helped me, Sergeant Melson, and I helped Captain Mercaptain in the workshop. Who's Captain McCaptain? Who's that guy? Smartest person I've ever met, bar none. She can whip up laser beams and water purification systems like I whip up pies. You like pies? Yeah. Well, General Vargas, how is he? A modern day Patton. He's got a mind for strategy, knows how to make the tough calls, but he's got a gentle side too. Are you two hooking up? Yeah, goodbye. Oh, I didn't meet you at Team Echo. Come back again real soon. Hey, Team Echo 1 or Echo 1. Mind picking up that, oh god. Mind picking up that can over there for me? I think there's some water in there. Where's the can? Ooh, so that's out in the world, I see. Oh, goat. We can talk to the goat. And Mr. Goat. Oh. Okay. You don't have much to say, do you, Mr. Goat? Hello? Oh, okay. Don't talk to the goat. Don't talk to the goat. What's over here? Anything over here? Oh, who's that?
God damn it, Ace. You never should have put down the wrench and picked up the gun.
Angela Death. You sound sexy. A tough-looking redhead with decades of sun and wind and hard living etched into her angular face stands sobbing in the shadows. You saw her at Ace's retirement party. The sleeves of her uniform have been torn off, revealing multiple tattoos on her sinewy arms, all skulls. The tears running down her cheeks are splashing on a rusty old wrench she holds in her scarred hands. Amazing writing there. Just how much imagery is going on there. Oh, just in my mind, it's right there. Oh, wow, I got a perception bonus here. Among the skull tattoos that covers Angela's arms, there's a single heart. Within that heart, a single name, Ace, so it must have been her...
Sorry about the waterworks.
Yeah, his girlfriend or something.
I'm still pretty broke up over Ace. I'm Angie. You kids must be the new recruits old Vargas trained up. Lord, y'all just babies.
Babies? Babies? Sorry, but you are. It's cute as little kittens. Y'all remind me of us, Snake, Razor, and Thrasher, and me. Back when we were just starting out, thinking we were gonna save the world for the future, thinking none of us would ever die. Christ, sorry, don't listen to me. Youth is good, optimism is good. If we all started all worn out and jaded like me, nobody ever tried to change the world. So you get kids, go ahead and give it a go. Maybe it'll work this time. Oh. Let's see here. Yeah, Ace's name is tattooed in your arm there. Yeah, you noticed that, huh? Ace always said I wore my heart on my sleeve. Yeah, me and Ace. We were more than just old army buddies. If you know what I mean. That's why it hurts so bad. That's why I want to come with you. Oh, cool. What happened to Hellraiser? He's another one gone. Went out for a patrol a few weeks back and never came home. I don't know if he's dead or AWOL, or gone off to join the Scorpions. All anybody knows is, he hasn't called in. We haven't heard from anybody who's seen him. Huh. Okay, so, Red Scorpions, huh? Oh yeah, I miss old Hellraiser like blazes. Didn't talk much, didn't make friends easy, wasn't big on the social graces. But he was as loyal as they come. When the shit started flying, he was the guy who wanted at your back. He didn't win that name by accident. Sharp as a razor, scary as hell. That's kind of awesome. I want that nickname. You weren't briefed on those fucks during your training, huh? Well, let me fill you in. You know, when we left the prison and moved into the Citadel, well, the Scorpions were the jerks who moved into the prison when we moved out. There's a bunch of raiders back then. They've been getting more organized. Call themselves a militia now. They try to act like they're the desert ranges of eastern Arizona. That's a load of horse shit. Protection racket ain't the same as protecting people. They shake down all the towns for money, and if the locals don't kick in, they smash them up. Rangers aren't like that. We get on by donations and good old-fashioned scavenging. So General Vargas used to be called Snake, huh? Yeah, he was one wild-ass son of a bitch back in the day, but I think the weight of his responsibilities kind of squashed that out of him now. Hasn't been in a decent bar fight in, shit, a decade maybe? How well do you know him exactly? Ah, better than he'd like. Back in the day, the General was the craziest of us all. But somehow, after we brought down base Cochise, he became the sanest. Now he's running the whole show and doing a damn fine job. I'm still walking patrols and answering radio calls. Shows you how much ambition I got, huh? I know the feeling, girl. Cochise. Hey. God damn it. It's all like buggy as fuck. Come on. Actually, it's right here. Cochise, what was that? An old military facility from before the war. And the biggest fight the Rangers ever had. There was some kind of crazy computer in there that kept spitting out robots and sending them off to kill people. We had one hell of a fight putting it down. Earned our stripes that day, literally. That's when I became Captain Death. Captain Death. Computer was making the robots. Yeah, the base Cochise AI. Don't know what was wrong with it. Broken, I guess. Thought everybody was its enemy. Wanted to kill the whole planet. What about Thrasher? Yeah, call him Gilbert, huh? Oh, Gilbert. Big old growly bear, strong as an ox and just about as articulate. And he got all torn up during our fight with the robots for base Cochise and couldn't out on patrol anymore. Any other commander would have handed him his walking papers, but Vargas doesn't just dump old friends. So he started working him in the museum. And when you know, it turns out the old bear has a knack for cartography. He's been gradually mapping our little corner of the wasteland ever since. Who'd have thunk it? Eastern Arizona. What's going on there? Yeah, President radiation clouds to the east. There's a few small towns and farms out the area, which Scorpion's land was their territory. Rangers used to patrol the area before we moved here, and we knew it pretty well then. But it can a lot change in 15 years. Who knows? Maybe it's all clean and crime-free, as the Scorpions say it is. But I got my doubts. Ace? They all hurt, but this one, man. Ace wasn't even a ranger. Not at first. He worked as a driver and a mechanic for Farron Brygo up in Vegas. And when base Cochise started sending its death machines into the desert, Brygo sent Ace south to recruit robot fighters. We met him in Quartz. He pissed somebody off out there and they locked him up. We sort of sorted that out, and he started running with us, helping us fight base Cochise. Never stopped. Vargas eventually gave him the uniform and the hat, but I don't think he ever formally signed on. He was just always there, and now he's God damn it, Ace. I knew this one was trouble. I knew it. What about Quartz? Yeah, I haven't been out there in ages. Don't even know if it's on the map. Alright. Yeah, trouble, huh? Trying to track down radio signals beyond the edges of the map. All seemed a bit boring and scientific to me. Then he started saying he thought someone was following him. That's let me come with him. Get the rail nomads. But he told me to go back to base. He said he was just jumping at shadows because those radio broadcasts had spooked him. Should have gone with him. Why didn't I go with him? Man, there's a lot of goddamn information here. Sorry about this, but I'm enjoying this. Ace played some before he died. Hard to make out a lot of those. But what I heard made my hair stand on end. Some guy talking about turning men into machines, or machines in a men or some shit. But the crazy thing was, and then he starts talking about us, the Rangers. Saying we're the cause of all the trouble in the world. We need to be wiped out so his glorious future can be born. I mean, who is this guy? Where is he? What the fuck does he have against us? Radiation clouds? Yeah. Big hot areas we can't go into it. I get cooked to a crisp. Crowds move around with the wind and the weather, but there are permanent hotspots at every side of us, north, south, east, and west. Until we started hearing those weird broadcasts, I kind of thought the clouds just went on forever. And Arizona was the last place on Earth. But maybe there's more people out there. Maybe the rest of the world's just fine. We're the only ones in hell. Wouldn't that be a joke? Alright, so how do I get her to join on?
Say, listen. Vargas asked you to look into Ace's death because he thought I was too upset to be professional about it. He didn't want me going off half-cocked and shooting up all of Arizona looking for his killer. But I gotta find this guy. Ace and me, well, we'd been fighting side by side for nigh on 20 years. I'm not letting him die unavenged.
Oh.
So, well, I know it's going against orders, but if you let me tag along and be in at the kill, well, I'll help you find your feet out there. Maybe give you a few pointers along the way. I may be old and slow, but I know the wastes like the back of my hand. What do you say?
Yeah. Damn straight.
Cool. No need to tell Vargas why I joined you. If anybody asks, I'm just helping you get oriented, all right?
Jesus H. Christ, she has 143 HP. Look at me. Oh, that's not me. James Faulkner, 26 to 26, 20 for Cass, or excuse me, Doc, not Cass. Mello has 23, and old Blunderbuss has 38. Damn, she's badass. Alright, now how do I get, how do I switch weapons here? Swap weapons. Okay, so that's empty? Huh. That's kind of weird. You got your submachine gun greaser, the phase blaster, knife. I have no ammo. Oh, okay, so just have to reload. Why do we have unloaded weapons? That seems foolish to me. Swap. M2. Is that like a 50 cal or something? That's fucking badass. Anyway. Okay, let's get our squad going here. Sorry if the dialogue's slowing things down a bit, but I like it. I like the backstory and figuring out what happened. Let's, we could talk to Ashley, Bargo, Rook, or La Loca. Viva La Loca. What's over here? Anything over here? Yeah, let's examine that, shall we? Something seems to be buried here. We got Ranger Brass Knucks. So, let's go. Because of the perception skill. Something seems to be buried. Something's okay, so it's not really helping here. Yeah, it's not really helping. Alright, Mello, let's talk to this guy. Ranger is covered in piercings, tattoos, and scars, but he doesn't seem much older than the kid he's scrubbing graffiti off the wall. Sorry, I can't talk right now. I gotta clean up the graffiti. That's fun. Alright. Whoa! Whoa, camera. Whoa! Alright. We're about to leave, I promise. Yeah, we can have... How many Rangers? I don't even know. Make sure to equip and level them as you progress. Keep in mind they have their own personalities and might behave in ways you don't expect. Cool. How about you, Ashley Brago? One of the other Rangers said that trainees don't get placed so far on the team until someone dies. You guys are lucky so far. Did you see Captain Death at the funeral? She just came by here. I want to be just like her. Well, she's right there. I'm so jealous. I can't wait to get out there. Maybe they'll let us join Echo, you know, if one of you dies. Psst. I don't need any training. Just give me some ammo and tell me where the raiders are. Yeah. Pointing at the enemy and let you fight. Alright, let's go. Yep. Alright, let's go. Traveling the Wasteland. Now, if I remember correctly, there is a Wasteland traveling screen, a la Fallout 1 and 2, and then you have to go to a certain destination, I believe. Yes, it is like Fallout 2. The Ranger Citadel is here.
Ranger Team Echo,
Yeah.
This is Ranger Command. Come in.
This is Ranger Team Echo.
Roger, Echo 1. Just making sure your radio is working. I'll be your dispatcher from here on out. I also wanted to give you a little heads up on your water situation. If you've all got full canteens, you should have enough water to reach the place where Ace died with plenty to spare. But if you're going to go exploring, you'll want to fill up again at any oasis you can find.
Oh, okay.
Remember, your main priority is to recover the repeater units Ace was carrying. Once you've got the devices, you'll be headed to Ag Center and High Pool to install them. But we'll talk about that after you acquire the repeaters. We must, of course, bring Ace's killers to justice. But right now, that's secondary to discovering the location of that signal.
Okay, so it's important to stay in radio contact with
It's
you.
vital that all teams stay in radio contact with me here at the base. We get distress calls from all over our jurisdiction and sometimes beyond. Towns or farms or mines being attacked by raiders, mutant beasts, what have you. We field those calls here and then dispatch whichever team is closest to the problem.
Does that mean you weren't always the dispatcher?
Until now, Woodson's been our dispatcher. But Ace's death made me realize I've spent too many years in my office, walled off from the world and how it's changing. I need to know what's going on out there, and I figure the best way to do that is to start listening to the people's problems. So, I've decided that from now on, I'll be the one fielding calls and talking in your ear when you head out into the wastes.
Alright.
Don't let that make you self-conscious or nothing.
Alright, I guess we're out. Unless I could type something in here. Can I type anything in here? Citadel.
I'm getting gibberish. Say again, over.
Rangers.
I'm getting gibberish. Say again, over.
Asshole.
I'm getting gibberish. Say again, over.
Dumbass.
I'm getting gibberish. Say again, over.
Gibberish.
I'm getting gibberish.
Okay.
Say again, over.
Okay, he's getting gibberish. Anyway, I think I'm going to end it here. This is the end of the first episode. Wanted to go a bit longer, but I think we're going way too long here. If you enjoy this series, this is a brand new series, please give a like, please comment, tell me what you think of my characters, James Faulkner, Doc, Mello, Blunderbuss, and Angela Death. Well, that's not really my character, but she's quite lovely all the same. If you're enjoying this, please like, subscribe, as I said before, and I hope to see you in the next episode of Wasteland 2.